Welcome back to GLASP Deep Dive. Here's the line that started this one. A tool can be fast, fluent, and confidently wrong, and still make you feel smart while you walk away dumber.
That last part is the killer. Feeling smart and being smart drift apart, and the tool never tells you.
So today it's Claude versus ChatGPT, but only for one job. Learning. Actually understanding something, not just finishing it.
Right, most of these rank them on coding or creative writing or benchmarks. Fine if you're shipping software. Useless if you're trying to learn.
Because code is about output. You run it, it works, or it crashes. Learning has no compiler. It's about what's in your head, not on the screen.
And there's the trap. The tool that produces the best-looking output is often the worst for learning, because it does the thinking for you and leaves no trace in memory.
So a spec sheet can't answer this. The article pulls its criteria from learning science. 5. All pointing at one idea.
Which is what?
A good tool resists your preference for ease. There's a concept called desirable difficulty from Robert Bjork's lab at UCLA.
And the gist is, the conditions that feel easiest while studying, rereading, passive highlighting, instant answers, give you the worst long-term retention.
Right. So an AI that hands you a tidy paragraph feeds the part of your brain that fools you. That's 2 criteria: difficulty and metacognition. Familiar isn't the same as being able to explain it.
What are the other 3?
Grounding. Can it cite and admit doubt? Socratic versus spoon-feeding. Does it ask what you think or just lecture? And depth. Can it hold a 40-turn talk on one chapter without losing the thread?
And once you hold those 5 up, the 2 tools split along a clean line.
Name it the way the article does.
ChatGPT wants to produce speed, polish, volume. Claude wants to interrogate depth, doubt, sustained dialogue. That's the durable split, and almost everything else hangs off it.
Make it concrete. Say you're meeting a hard concept for the first time. Gradient descent. Something you don't have a model for yet.
ChatGPT gives you a clean, textbook-grade explanation, fast. Claude is more likely to do an intuition check first, ask what you already think, and say, I'm simplifying here.
And for first-time learning, that friction is the point. The clean paragraph is better for review, once you already get it.
What about reading an academic paper together? The article calls that Claude's home turf.
It is. Claude holds 20-plus turns on one paper, walks the structure, surfaces the assumptions the authors are quietly making. ChatGPT is faster, but misses methodological nuance.
Flip side, quizzing yourself for an exam. Sheer volume of practice questions. That's ChatGPT.
Clean multiple choice, fast, with hints. Claude writes open-ended ones, waits, then critiques your explanation instead of marking it right or wrong. Slower, but the harder workout.
And summarizing a 2-hour lecture, ChatGPT for speed, Claude for accuracy on technical stuff. Neither can actually watch a video, though. You feed them a transcript. Hold that thought.
Both labs built a dedicated learning surface. ChatGPT's study mode landed around the back half of 2025.
And to be precise, study mode isn't a new model. Same GPT family underneath. It's a UI and a system prompt enforcing tutor behavior.
Progressive hints and layers, practice questions, a warmer voice, and checkpoint summaries at the end. The summaries are underrated, honestly.
But there's a weakness that's almost funny because it's so human. It forgets it's in study mode. After 30-plus turns, it slides back into lecture mode and starts monologuing.
And the hints are uneven. Math hints are good. Humanities hints often read like a paraphrased answer wearing a question mark.
And it's still ChatGPT underneath. If the base model hallucinates, the wrapper doesn't catch it. Citations are optional and sometimes invented.
Now Claude. Its learning story isn't one feature. It's a temperament. Anthropic tunes it to hedge and ask clarifying questions more than average. But there are concrete features too.
Projects is the big one. You upload your syllabus, textbook chapters, your own notes, and they stay in context.
It genuinely references that material instead of drifting back to training data.
It's the closest thing either lab ships to chat with your own textbook. Then artifacts, where a study guide or concept map renders in an editable side panel.
And the default leans Socratic without you asking. Say, what's the difference between mitosis and meiosis? And you'll often get a short answer plus, want an example? Or, should I quiz you first?
Where Claude is weaker, it's slower because hedging costs time. No native voice for language practice, where ChatGPT wins. And it can't watch a video.
Which connects to the question people want settled. Is study mode better than Claude for students?
It depends. Exam prep with a syllabus and heavy drilling. Yes, study mode. Understanding a hard concept from scratch. Claude is the stronger tutor. Most students benefit from both.
Now the section the article says matters most. And I agree. Hallucination. For learners, it's not an annoyance. It's the central risk.
Here's the asymmetry. Hallucinated code. You run it, it crashes, the loop closes. A hallucinated fact in your subject, you just absorb it. No compiler for your history test.
And you can't catch an error in a field you don't know yet. If you knew enough to spot it, you wouldn't be studying it.
Both hallucinate, both got better. Neither is safe blind on specifics. The high-risk stuff is predictable. Numbers and dates first. They give round numbers, close but wrong.
Citations second. Both invent plausible book titles and journal articles when you push them. And the more obscure the topic, the worse it gets. Because the long tail is where hallucination spikes.
And there's confidence theater. Both present a hallucination in the same tone as a real fact. The interface gives no signal. So, which hallucinates less?
Both do. Claude hedges more, says I'm not sure more often. ChatGPT pulls ahead when it browses the web because it grounds in real URLs. But neither is reliable enough to trust blind.
And the fix isn't a better model. People miss that part.
The defense is habits. Verify specifics. Assume the AI is wrong on a number until you've seen it elsewhere. Over months, small, confident errors compound into mental models that are structurally wrong.
Which leads to the question everyone sweats. How do I stop the AI from just giving me the answer?
3 moves. Open with, don't give me the answer yet. Ask what I already know. Turn on study mode, or tell Claude to be Socratic. And do your own thinking first, before you paste the question.
Because the AI is only as Socratic as the workflow around it. So who picks which?
Typical undergrad. 1 tool. ChatGPT. More use cases out of the box. Strong voice mode. Study mode covers most exam prep. Lean on Claude when you hit something genuinely hard.
Grad student or serious reader, Claude? Projects alone justifies it. And professional learners, people past school, a lot of them run both.
Claude is the reading partner, ChatGPT as the execution layer. Call it $20 a month each, so running both is roughly $40 a month. Cheapest serious upgrade a learner can buy.
And sometimes the honest answer is neither. Perplexity is sources first by design. So for confirming a date or grabbing a citation, it's often faster than either big model.
Gemini has an enormous context window and lives in Google Workspace, handy if your material is in Docs and Drive. And NotebookLM grounds every answer in a fixed set of sources you upload.
The rule of thumb. Big chat for dialogue. Sourced search for fact-finding. Grounded tools for a fixed reading list. Don't make one tool cover all 3.
Which brings up something true no matter which tool you pick. Close the tab and the conversation basically evaporates. You'll remember a great exchange for a day, not a month. The medium fights retention.
And that's the gap a highlighter fills. A highlight is a timestamp on the moment you thought, this matters. The dialogue is ephemeral. The highlights persist. This is where GLASP fits the stack.
How does it actually slot in?
You highlight the lines that stop you on an article, a YouTube transcript, your Kindle books, into a library you own.
And then you chat with that library, grounded in the passages you personally picked, which is the quiet trick, because it turns it into retrieval practice instead of passive review.
And retrieval is what the learning science points at. Bjork, Roediger, and Karpicki, Dunlosky, they converge on it. effortful retrieval beats passive review. AI without retrieval is passive review in a fancier code.
So zooming out, the takeaway is we've all been asking a slightly wrong question. Not which AI is best, which one matches how you study.
Move fast, review at volume, talk it out by voice. That's ChatGPT. Slow down, think harder, sit with dense material. That's Claude. They're close enough that the choice matters less than people think.
And whichever you pick, it won't stick on its own. You need that second layer. The learners who win noticed fluent answers aren't understanding and built the habit anyway.
Pick a tool, build the habit. That's the whole episode in 5 words. Want to go deeper? Full articles on glasp.co. Just search Claude versus ChatGPT for learning.
See you in the next deep dive.